Oh, it's so early. Oh, it's so early in the day and already the fuck is a foot. It's a foot. It's a damn shame.
Do you hear that? Is it supposed to sound like this?
Mr. Deity, I think it sounds great. Mr. Deity.
For black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist for black power, cause all throw up a fist for black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist for black power, cause all we want is freedom. For black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist for black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist for black power, cause all throw up a fist for black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist for black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist for black power, cause all throw up a fist for black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist for black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist for black power, cause all throw up a fist for black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist for black power, cause all we want is freedom.
All right, we up and popping. Yo, this is Gye-Nyame Journey. Yo, I got to do this show before my kids get back. So, hey, I'm kind of wrestling with it. I think I'm gonna have to start doing these shows daily. I'm gonna be getting up early in the mornings. Once again, getting back up. I got to get back up and start running. For the first time in my life, I'm getting a belly, and I don't know. I'm kind of feeling this belly thing, man. I don't know. I might not be trying to get rid of it that quick, but I'm gonna get up and I might start running. But nevertheless, I got to get up and start doing the show. This is why. Why? Because the news, man. This news, man. I gotta keep those on the journey informed. We gotta have a conversation. Those that want to join the conversation, by the way, hit me up at 614-556-4535. Once again, that's 614-556-4535. Hit me up. We're waiting. You'll be put on hold for a second because I'm not directly on the line right now. But anybody that wants to call in, we could definitely have a conversation about the things in the news. Those that don't know, all you have to do is go to our Gye-Nyame Journey timeline, right? I'm about to post this up on the link so that y'all get this, right? Go to our Gye-Nyame Journey timeline, and you'll be able to follow the news exactly as I'm reading it, and we can have discussions, right? Anybody that has some news that they want to cover, hit me up at Gye-Nyame Journey, man. Hit me up. Let me know, right? Because it's very important. It's very important that you get involved in this conversation because I want to shape the news for those that's part of Gye-Nyame Journey. According to the statistics, they say we got about 300 some odd people on Gye-Nyame Journey, right? So I need to know whether you like the news, whether you like an empire of our own, whether you like the idea of empire of our own, whether you know what I'm saying. I want to know how you feel about what's going on. I want to know, and if you do like it, you know what I'm saying, let me know how I can improve what I'm doing so that I can make sure that I'm adding value to your life, right? Because I always try to reconnect it back to who we are and what we are, right? So now, today, I was thinking, I'm feeling like an Aesop fable, so I am going to share a quick Aesop fable. I know this is not folk tales for grown folks, but we ain't even got to have a discussion, but I'm going to share which one I feel like today, I think. But anyway, whatever. I'm going to put on our sponsors, and then we're going to keep it moving.
The word is spreading. More and more people are switching to Ambit Energy.
Well, one of my neighbors switched, and then I switched. Now the whole neighborhood has Ambit.
Who doesn't want to save money?
The word is spreading. Switching to Ambit Energy is rewarding in more ways than one.
I signed up and got a travel reward. That's nice.
Oh, I get to save on energy and on travel?
There's a cruise for two out there just a few thousand kilowatts away. I can almost smell the sunscreen.
The word is spreading. Ambit Energy even lets you earn free energy.
When I get 15 friends to switch, I get free energy. I have 15 friends. At least I think I do.
Hey, I'd be telling people to switch to Ambit anyway.
If you'd like to switch to Ambit Energy, listen to the following contact information closely. Then spread the word.
All right, now spread the word. Listen closely. Listen up. Ambit Energy is an approved energy service company that gives you a choice for saving money on your electric bill, as well as your gas now, in Central Ohio at least. Now, check this out. We are able to save you money, and for those that are looking for an entrepreneurial venture, we can provide that. But the best part about it is that when you pay your bill, you get travel points. Not only that, but you know that a portion of the money that you are paying for your electric bill is going towards a nation-building organization. Now, I shouldn't even have to say any more after that. Gye-Nyame Journey Energy is providing you with opportunity to support the building of a nation, the building of a tribe, the building of an empire of our own. Very simple. All you have to do is, one, try the service. All I'm asking for is 3 months. There's no contracts. We don't have contracts. And as a matter of fact, we got a fixed rate that beat AEP. Right? And we will also be able to offer gas, and I'll be coming with that commercial soon too. So hit us up at GyeNyameJourney.energy526.com. Once again, GyeNyameJourney.energy526.com. If you old school and you say, hey, Brother Hatem, I just want to meet with you, you know what I'm saying, so that we can sit down and we can talk about the opportunities. I want to see the whole presentation, and I want you to be present when I'm giving the presentation. Hit me up at 614-594-9422. Also, if I got enough of you out there that are interested in the presentation, I will be happy to set up a meeting place, and I will reach out and bring somebody from Ambit that really knows the business. Now, I'm just a baby. I'm taking baby steps in it. Gye-Nyame taking baby steps in it, right? But it's working for us. But now, like I said, if we start to get people interested, because I'm seeing people going at least checking out the sign-out board. So go to Gye-Nyame Journey Energy or G&J Energy on Facebook, right? You go there and you push the sign-up button, and you'll be able to go in and see how much money we can save you. Allow us to serve you and save you money, right? This is a way for us, this part of the way for us to build an empire of our own, because this stuff is expensive. I'm working on the cheap equipment. I can't wait to see how it sounds when I move to the better equipment, right? And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to provide you value. So let me know what you like, and we keep it moving. So now, I got to put up my freestyle music. Today we're going to be using Cannon by DJ Kid Magic Rock. We're going to be rocking it, right? So here you go. All right, first off, when we get rolling, I need to let you know that this is Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Simba production. strive to blow up your old paradigm. Also, we still are in the running. We still in the race to see which one of these sirens will be appropriate for Gye-Nyame journey. Is it the intergalactic space ship siren? Let you know that intergalactic fuckery is afoot. Or do we like the European siren, since a lot of it comes from West Asia? And West Asians. Alright. Your choice. Let me know. Alright. So, let's move on. Let's get to the news, because my kids are on their way home. Alright. So, first on the timeline is like, I asked the question, how do you measure wisdom? This is one of those things, this is one of those lessons, right? This got posted up. I posted this last week. Meditation and ballet dancing may increase wisdom. The result of a study showed that those who practice meditation, whatever kind, had more wisdom than those who did not. The question I asked is, how do you measure wisdom? Wow, they really getting down into science now, right? We measuring wisdom now. So, hey, somebody, read that article. Let me know what y'all think. We're going to keep it moving, because there's some true fuckery going on out here in the world that I would really like to cover. Now, here goes some right here. Alarm, please. Yes, sir. Alarm. Yeah. Little girl. Shows up to the dentist office to get her teeth fixed. Let's read about this. And receives she goes to get her teeth checked out and leaves with a severe brain injury. So let's look and see what that's all about. What is that all about? Now, I got a video, but unfortunately, I may not be able to play the video. But let's see. I might be able to play the video. I just thought about something. Let Brother Hatim try something real quick. Alright, it's moving slow. Nope, it's still moving slow. But here we go. Alright, it's about to play for me. Alright, so we're going to go. They're doing a commercial right now. Right? Y'all can't hear nothing right now but my voice, because y'all don't hear the commercial. But I wonder if I do this, will you hear it? Alright. So they went to the news. Yeah, I apologize. It was an experiment. Alright, so we're going to go through and read the article. We're going to stop the article. Alright, so they got on the video. I wish I could show you. On the video, they got the little girl playing and stuff and moving around and doing everything before the dentist appointment. A once perfectly healthy and normal 4-year-old girl can no longer talk or walk or really see much after suffering severe brain damage during a dentist visit gone horribly wrong, according to her mother. Nevaeh Hall had gone to Dr. Nathaniel Jefferson practice Diamond Dentistry in Houston on January 7th. What the hell? Right? To have a few decaying teeth treated. Her mother, Carissa Clark, told ABC News. But the dental care resulted in serious harm to Nevaeh, who suffered severe brain injury as a result, according to a temporary suspension order from the Texas Board of Dental Examiners obtained by ABC News. After Jefferson sedated Nevaeh, alright, I don't know why you would sedate a 4-year-old, but I understand if the child was moving around. The mama needed to be in there to help hold the baby down. Alright, so these teeth must have really, really been messed up. We got to look at, this is fuckery all the way around. You know what I'm saying? After Jefferson sedated Nevaeh, what did she have to have done that she needed to be sedated? The 4-year-old began experiencing seizures. The board staff said in its petition for temporary suspension. Jefferson then attempted to treat the seizures, by administering oral medication, Halcyon, instead of contacting emergency personnel, the board wrote, and added that Jefferson then delayed several hours before contacting emergency personnel, and the van suffered severe brain injury as a result. I'm not even going to put the siren on this one, but hey, we got to really, really be careful about where we take our kids to. There's a 4-year-old black child whose life has been severely damaged because the doctor was incompetent. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The baby had several rotten teeth in her mouth, and it was so bad that she needed to be sedated. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I don't like children's, but if a child come in and their teeth are rotten and they're 4 years old, you know what I'm saying, and you got to sedate the baby in order to give the baby some dental care, there's an issue, right? But I don't know. That's just me. That's just Brother Hatim. You know what I'm saying? I'm slow. I don't know. You know what I'm saying, Brother Hatim? I just don't know sometimes. You know, I'm just an ignorant dude, right? You know, I don't make sense sometimes, right? That's cool. Hey, all right, so we're going to move on to the next piece of news. On to the next piece, on to the next piece, on to the next piece. Why they making me log into my own account? That's some bullshit. All right, let's go. All right, so let's move on. All right, Fukushima 5 years later, the fuel rods melted through. Let's go and look at this. Fukushima, 5 years ago. Y'all remember that major meltdown, right? I want y'all to check this out because I thought this was over. Just like many of y'all may have thought this was over. But we may be in for a few surprises, my friends. My friends, right? So let me go over here. I'm finding the show so that I can share the show with you. I don't know what they did to my computer. I let my kids use my computer. It's already slow. Now it's not working all the way. All right, cool. All right. So I'm searching for a show that I want to share with y'all before I get into this article. Oh, no, I don't want to go there. I want to go here. All right, I'm going to keep on talking, trying to. All right, so here we go. Fukushima. I got to go and change those times, too. Fukushima 5 years later. Here we go. This is from Zero Hedge. It's from Zero Hedge. They're trying to get me to buy a Ameritrade. Speaking of Ameritrade, those that are in the tribe, right, we're going to eventually start our investment club. So be listening out for that. Now, I don't know what happened to the story. Page not, they just said page not found. I just found the page note a few minutes ago. Zero Hedge. All right, cool. So what I'm going to do is, because I do have Google, they don't forgot about that. Let's type in Fukushima 5 years later. Boom, search. Almost 5 years later, here we go. In the news, there we go. This is from Collective Evolution, Fukushima 5 years later, and look at what's still happening. So they got a picture up. Y'all need to go to this article. I'm going to post this up on my timeline right now so that y'all can be aware of this, because I'm about to read the article, and I like to make sure that y'all at least have access to the article that I'm reading. All right? The name of the site that I'm on is called Collective Evolution. All right? So right now, I'm also at the same time, it's moving slow. At the same time, all right. So this will be posted up right now. So I'm gonna at least play the story part for y'all on this one. All right, boom, boom, boom. That's me. All right, cool. So here we go. As most of you reading this already know, 2011 bore witness to one of the darkest days of human environmental history. That year, a nuclear disaster occurred at the Fukushima nuclear power plant after a massive 9.0 earthquake triggered a tsunami, resulting in nuclear meltdown of 3 of the plant's 6 nuclear reactors. Again, this is one of the if not the most disastrous environmental incident in the history of the human race. You could argue that the BP oil spill of the year prior was on the same level, but it doesn't matter. These type of catastrophes happen every day on our planet, and the corporations responsible do their best to cover up the facts and influence the public into thinking that it's not as bad as it looks, but it's far worse than we even realize. And these events serve as a great opportunity for us to wake up and realize that the time for change is here. Or do we need another lesson? With Fukushima, we are talking about the serious radioactive water leakage. Just a couple of months ago, the facility operator, TEPCO, announced that the contamination levels have spiked up to 70 times over regular readings. This was happening because of a gutter that pours rain and groundwater from the plant to the nearby bay. Listen, furthermore, in the same time period, TEPCO also announced that the staggering 750 tons of contaminated rainwater have escaped the plant. This is one of many examples of continued contamination of the Pacific Ocean and the entire planet. It's no secret that TEPCO has had a very hard time dealing with this, and he also recently announced that they would miss the toxic water cleanup deadline. A recent report by the UN watchdog IAEOOOhhh stated that Japan had made significant progress, but there is still radioactivity. There is still a radioactive threat in a very complex scenario at Fukushima. This type of thing has been happening since the earthquake first occurred. The Japanese government made it clear in 2013 that the minimum of 300 tons of contaminated water had been pouring into the Pacific Ocean every single day. That means that approximately 300,000 tons of contaminated water made its way to the Pacific Ocean by March of 2013. Just imagine what that number is now. So this plant still has water flowing in. But the thing that caught my attention about it was that the fuel rods melted through the containment, and they don't know where they are. Hey, this is crazy, right? I want y'all to we need to be paying attention to stuff like this, right? Because it's all the way in Japan, it don't affect us, right? But we are still part of that whole, we are all connected, right? The water is pouring into the Pacific Ocean. We eat seafood. The seafood is being contaminated. The contamination is getting in one source, and that source is connecting everything else, right? Because the water is being evaporated. The clouds carry the water. The water are raining on other lands, including the United States of America. What you think is in some of those clouds and some of those, they call them typhoons on that side of the world. What do you think is in those? It's coming from Japan, flowing towards the west coast of the United States. All right, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm just be quiet. All right. Obviously we don't care. You know what I'm saying? All right. But it is what it is. Oh, remember I told you that when me and Janice was talking on the show that Flint, Michigan was only the tip of the iceberg. This is a different topic, right? Start checking the news real soon, because you're going to start finding out that Flint, Michigan wasn't the only city that still have lead pipes. That was the tip of the iceberg. That was the point of the spear that is about to be thrust into the throats of Americans all over this country. Y'all need to be aware of the fact that some of this water that is going in some of these cities, especially those cities that have been hit hard by economic times, where the factories used to be, you know what I'm saying? Like Akron, like Youngstown, like Dayton, where big factories used to be, and they moved out. A major portion of the tax dollars of that city moved out, and nothing moved in to replace them. You need to be aware that there's a possibility that every time you drinking water, you may be drinking poison. They just made it look better than they did in Flint, Michigan. I'm just saying. I'm going to keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Remember, those that want to conversate with me, hit me up at 614-556-4538. 614-556-4535. Once again, that's 614-556-4535. Now, before I move on to the next story, I want to share this with you, all right? So go on, check it out. This is how I feel at this point in time.
A hound who in the days of his youth and strength had never yielded to any beast of the forest, encountered in his old age a boar in the chase. He seized him boldly by the ear, but could not retain his hold because of the decay of his teeth, so that boar escaped. His master, quickly coming up, was very much disappointed and fiercely abused the dog. The hound looked up and said, "It was not my fault, master. My spirit was as good as ever, but I could not help my infirmities. I rather deserve to be praised for what I have been than to be blamed for what I am not." This is...
You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.
Man, listen, the old hound. This is one of those stories now. 2 weeks ago I did the old lion. Now we're doing the old hound. And what's crazy is that we see a lot of this. Now, like I said, these folk tales are not for...
I'm going to pause this right now.
Are not for kids all the time.
I'm going to pause that, right? Now, so I'm going to stop it right there. I just want you to hear the story. If you want to follow that, you go. That's the old hound. That's on my show, Folk Tales for Grown Folks. All you have to do is go in there and type in the old hound, and it'll take you straight to the link. As a matter of fact, I am going to share this on my timeline right now so that if you want to finish it, you can go on and finish it. Now let's move on to the news because I got to run real quick. Mercy popped up. All right. There you go. Let me type in there. This is how I feel. All right. Do you like daylight saving time? They say this article say daylight saving time is hot garbage. A lot of us is going to be going through this. We're going to lose sleep. And let's go through it real quick. What's going on my computer here? It must be that Fukushima is messing with us, y'all. Fukushima is messing with us. So here we go. Daylight savings time. Why is it moving slow? What's going on here? Did I drop the internet? All right. Obviously, I didn't drop the internet because you still here. So we cool on that end, right? Actually, this one I did exactly a year ago today. I ain't gonna say a year ago today, but it's 12 months ago, so it's a year ago. So I did it last March. Wow, what's going on here? All right, the whole computer has seemed to seize. As y'all can hear, you got some stuff happening with y'all. So let me see if I can look at the story on my computer, on my other computer. All right, let's go. Alright. I'm gonna see if this one to pick it up a little bit faster. Boom. So I got two computers working on it, and so at some point in time, one of them should go up. But I'm seeing that the line look like it's dropping. There must be something really going on out there right now. Wow, both computers move slow, but surprisingly, my second computer got it faster. All right, so let's go and look at it. They say about daylight saving time. Daylight saving time. Daylight saving time. What do they say about daylight saving time? I'll be damned. All right. This is from The Verge. And it says daylight saving time is hot garbage. When Benjamin Franklin proposed daylight saving time, he invented it. It was a joke. These days, it's more like a practical joke we play on ourselves every single year. It's time to end this dumb prank once and for all. So they go into it. They say daylight saving time wasn't introduced in America until 1918, when it was meant to conserve energy for World War I. The thought was essentially Franklin's, that people tend to be more active in the evening, so the extra daylight there would mean fewer hours where people lit their houses at night. After the war, farmers lobbied to get the law repealed. Turns out it's easier to do farm work when the rest of the world is also on the sun's schedule. All right, 1942, during World War II, DST was enacted again, but year-round. Afterwards, adoption varied. So basically, this was something that we held on. It's sort of like summer vacation for schools. It's just something we hold on right now that we don't even know why we hold on. We don't even know the use of it now. People used to tell me, oh, it's so that the kids can see when they go to school and stuff like that. But it's supposed to conserve energy, but it no longer helps in conserving energy because we burning energy any damn way. Daytime now, I got the lights on. You know what I'm saying? So the whole piece is, this is something that's wasting time. We need to just get rid of it, right? I would like to know what y'all think about daylight savings time. Let's go and let's move on to the next article. In daylight saving time, you got a whole bunch of our daylight savings time. Wikipedia last week, on my timeline is all up there. Government wants to read your text. WhatsApp encryption said to stymie wiretap order. So now you got the Apple piece, and we're gonna get on that. There's a story about that right now. Now, WhatsApp, because of the encryption, they're having problems with the government too. I'm trying to tell you, man, these people are coming after your freedoms, right? You know, in a minute, you can do the smallest thing, and next thing you know, they're gonna want to break into your stuff. So, we got to hold on to what we got. Hold on to the freedom you got. Against Barack Obama is what brought up Donald Trump. Here we go. They loving Trump. And the battle is setting in. I wish we could go to the article, but I gotta get up out of here. All right. This is one of those old ones too. Jada Pinkett Smith finally answers back regarding Chris Rock's Oscar jokes. We will get into that. Maybe I'll get into that on another date. I got to roll out of here. Music and DJ Dale for Chad. Born, he's always up on my timeline, sharing with me. Thanks, DJ. All right, the GOAT champion strikes back to beat Google DeepMind AI for the first time. So they doing 5 matches. They are on match 4. They're about to do the 5th match. The Google software is beating this dude 3-1. So no matter how it happens now, the GOAT champion is not going to win the series. You know what I'm saying? So the last one can enter the draw if they even have draws. Now, this is what I really got up on here to talk about. So far down on my timeline. But somebody attempted to get at Donald Trump's ass. You know what I'm saying? I got the video. It's posted up on my timeline. Come check it out. They attempted to attack him in, guess where? Dayton, Ohio. Right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't be talking this cash shit and not be expecting people wanting to get at you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, already they try to connect them to Bernie Sanders. I mean, and all this, you know, I mean, but I don't get all into that, right? Like I told you, man, the Democratic and Republican Party are the dirtiest players in the game. I'm not, like I said, I don't care. I don't give a damn about Donald Trump. But I do realize what he's up against. So he's going to have the kitchen sink thrown at him by the time it's over. The race card, now people trying to attack him. They're blaming him for the violence without even realizing that a lot of legislation that these fuckers have been involved with is causing a lot of violence right now. People are frustrated. People are tired. People are overwhelmed by the things that's going on right now. And you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what's left when an individual done voted? What's left when an individual done blogged? What's left you know what I'm saying, when I'm trying to do everything the right way, but my life is still falling apart? I done did everything that y'all told me to do. I paid my taxes, and my whole life is slipping from between my fingers. And I got this dude that's coming up talking about we're going to take it back to the good old days, basically. We're going to go back in time, and we're going to make America great again. It just requires you to get up and fight. It requires you to say what's on your mind. It requires you to be strong in the face of opposition. And we can do it together. You know what I'm saying? So Donald Trump is a hero to these people. Right? So now you got other people who's looking at Donald Trump and they really see through the facade. They see through the bullshit. And they're frustrated as well. And now they're striking out. So we got Donald Trump supporters striking out. Now we got people against Donald Trump striking out. And I don't know whether people are being put up to this shit or people are just voluntarily doing it. But nowadays, you know, nobody even have to ask you to do shit. You know what I'm saying? It's already, it's like it's in the program. You know what I'm saying? They're already doing all this talk about all the violence. So automatically the violence going to come up. As a matter of fact, they already set the tone. Marco Rubio is afraid that somebody may be murdered by the end of this. Come on now, they setting the tone. They're getting you ready. They're getting you ready. Why ask Marco Rubio that? Why not ask Donald Trump that? Why even bring that up? You know what I'm saying? Why not throw a calming tone? You know what I'm saying? Why not provide an environment where all the candidates can sit down and talk about the importance of nonviolent disagreements? You know what I'm saying? Why all of them can't show that they might not get along ideology, but we are all still Americans and we should be able to argue intelligently by going up and shaking each other's hand or being seen at dinner to discuss these issues rather than spitting fire back and forth. You know what I'm saying? They're setting this up. All right, let's go back. I'm going to play a little bit more of The Hound and the thing, because I got a mercy call, because like I said, I got to get up out of here.
A hound who in the days of his youth and strength had no stuff now because they might have to pay us later. You know what I'm saying? Then also we got to also look at how we might be being this master in our lives, because it's oftentimes when we're used to people being able to do certain things, you know what I'm saying, for us, and as they get older they can't do them like they used to do them, and we start we put them to the side and we kind of diss them and we forget what they were to us. And we look at where they are now. Don't some of us do our elders like that? You know what I'm saying? And the piece is we all have to be in the place of where this hound is. And we think, and we would like to think that we will be honored. But the point is, if you are not honoring your elders.
All right, I'm back. Mercy averted. So now let's keep the news rolling. I'm almost done. All right, so we got, this whole Donald Trump shit, you know what I'm saying? Wait, hold on, where the alarm at? Back to the alarm, here we go. That's the European, there you go. Yeah. True European fuckery. Alright, so let's go and let's get back on the news line. Alright, let's go. So now we have a Florida sheriff pledged to arrest CEO Tim Cook if Apple resists crypto cooperation. So, because the Apple dude is like, man, I'm not giving up that information. They're talking about arresting him, right? Because the court has ordered him to do, and he like, I'm not doing that. I salute the dude. Yo, hey, stand up for it, man. Because, hey, what's next? What's next? I don't want nobody in my damn phone. Even though they're already in my phone. But, hey, it is what it is. All right. Hold on. This that intergalactic fuckery that's coming up next. Oops, my fault. There we go. There you go right there. Alright, so we got an ex-NBA player, Jeff Adrian, calls LeBron James a bitch. They ain't say it like that, but he called LeBron James a bitch for trying to steal Beyonce from Jay-Z. This is from a website called Pro Bible. Bro Bible. Alright, so let's look at it. Alright, of course, I'm not signing up. Boom, let's get up off of this. Come on. Y'all ain't do this earlier. Alright, so here we go. Former UConn standout and NBA veteran Jeff Adrian appears to have some beef with LeBron James. I'm not sure what's going on because Adrian sounds like a crazy person, but he's definitely angry at LeBron about something. He also seems to be a big Jay-Z fan. And they got a series of tweets here where homeboy is just going off. LeBron James didn't even respond. I'm just rolling on this. LeBron like, man, hold on. LeBron James ain't even respond. It's just all this dude. Tweet. This motherfucker sounded like a little tweet. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of this stuff is happening. Let me see. We got 3:50, we got 1:47 a.m. This motherfucker had absolutely nothing to do but to fuck with LeBron James. It was 1:30 in the morning when he started. He started at 1:37 a.m. on the 12th of March, 2016. And somebody retweeted this shit. This man was retweeted. I can't get a retweet. This motherfucker get retweeted 64 times. You know, by that time, people fell asleep because he sent out another one at 1:37 a.m. Again, he's sitting back to back. I'm going to be tweaking back to back. I'm going to tweet back to back. 1:40 a.m. 1:47 a.m. 3:50. He went to sleep for a minute, woke up at 3:51 a.m. and started tweeting again. 4:09 a.m. He added 4:40 a.m. 4:40 again. He's added 4:48. Now he's talking about La Familia and Hova, the God Rock bitch. Boom, but 4:57 a.m. And then one of his tweets got lost in time and came out at 4 a.m. This is a shame, man. It's like, people with money obviously don't have shit to do. But a lot of y'all be doing this shit too. I ain't even reading the tweets because it's a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad LeBron, homeboy from Akron, didn't respond because we don't beef on Twitter. We don't beef on Facebook. We don't do that. That ain't man shit. All right. So, what I need to do right now is I have to, once again, take you back to the story because I have an emergency call, obviously. So I'm going to start the story here.
You will not be honored in the future. Age is coming upon all of us. Age is coming upon all of us. And all the things that we're doing now, we may not be able to do in the future. And we need to not only reflect on that for ourselves, but we also need to be able to reflect on that for others. Because how we do others will always come back on us. This master is beating this old hound who for years would go out to the wilderness and hunt with this master and help bring down game. But in his old age, he has lost value. And the master does not respect the relationship that has been developed between him and his dog. You know what I'm saying? Now, I got an old hound myself, and I couldn't imagine mistreating him because he can't do like he used to do. You know, I'm not asking him to stop a burglar no more. I'm asking him to give me a warning. You understand what I'm saying? And when he's not able to give me a warning anymore, I'm going to respect that and let him live his life, because there has been times where this very hound in my life has saved my life, have saved my children's life. Yeah, he bit a couple of my kids. Yeah, you know, they pulling on his ears and stuff, and he
back to the news. We almost done, y'all. Alright, updates. Trump, Ohio attacker. Tommy. Alright, here we go. This is what I want to share with y'all. Let's go and look at this. This is about the attacker. Alright, this is from a site called The Last Refuge. Alright. The guy's name that supposedly attacked Trump is Tommy DeMassimo. The answer might just terrify you. Who is Tommy DeMassimo? An attempted physical attack on Donald Trump took place earlier today in Dayton, Ohio. And this happened, I mean, it's almost like this popped up right. I mean, I don't know. As soon as I heard about it, right? Boom, this article was up. The attacker was identified as Tommy DeMassimo, a student at Wright University in Dayton, Ohio. Tom DeMassimo is a progressive leftist thug who has participated in various protests, including flag burning. By his own admission, DeMassimo is self-identified as an activist with Black Lives Matter and various left-wing social justice groups. In addition, he's a Bernie Sanders supporter. So this motherfucker got links to all these, you know what I'm saying? He just luckily got links to all these individuals. However, shocking new ISIS propaganda video has surfaced, including footage of Tommy DeMassimo. The footage appears to be part of ISIS' anti-U.S. agenda. This video was uploaded on May 2015. You can see DeMassimo is the principal subject within the video, which begins with him dragging a flag and talking to the camera operator. Right? It looked like this video might have been blocked. It appears Tommy DeMassimo, or the person who on his account, deleted the YouTube account associated with the video in an effort to hide the content. However, an alternative and identical copy for educational purpose is available here. Alright, 22-year-old activist Tommy DeMassimo goes under Young Lion King 7 for a Twitter handle. His appearance changed quite dramatically with the beard grown out or less notable. Scrolling through his social media feed, it appears he was planning on something like this for more than a few weeks. Oh my God, here we go. Great protesting opportunity for anybody in Columbus this Tuesday. Young Lion King. So, I want y'all to check this out, right? Go to my thing. On the Marlon Brando, right? But the Young Lion King at Lion King said, okay, that's him sending it to Young Lion King. All right, cool. So he's there, he's protesting. Marlon Brando, I don't know who Marlon Brando is, but Marlon Brando is black. But he's letting homeboy know. So let's go on down and read. So they got this white boy connected to Al-Qaeda. I think it's Al-Qaeda, no, ISIS. As well as Black Lives Matter. They trying to pile as much on him as they could. They trying to pile as much Tommy Thomas DeMassimo threats and provocations are all over his recent social media. Feel free to scrub it and lift what's needed to gain an understanding. Alright, so y'all check that out. Okay, so he doing what a lot of young people are doing, using social media to voice his opinion. I don't see anything super wrong with any of this, and I need to go back and see if he was in the official video for Al-Qaeda, or did Al-Qaeda, or ISIS take the video, a piece of this video with him on it and use it, and is it really ISIS, right? Because all this, like I said, man, Donald Trump is up against some of the dirtiest players in the game, and now everybody's and he's a dirty player himself. So I'm looking at the video, I'm looking at the timeline, and I'm wondering what this got to do with ISIS. But it ends with Black Lives Matter. So it's like they're trying to throw shade on a lot of different people at the same time, right? So y'all need to be careful when y'all see stuff like this. Oh, here you go. Oh, wow. They got him on ISIS with his machine gun. Come on, man. Come on now. All right, so, hey, this is the fuckery. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? We're in Europe. Hey, that's some Europe. That's in... Alright, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. The world know that the fuck is afoot. So let's keep it moving. U.S. Secret Service did an excellent job stopping the maniac running to the stage. He has ties to ISIS. Donald Trump. I can't help but to feel that he might have did this. Now, I got an article on here about 50 Cent. 50 Cent's African matching. He say that it's fake. So it really don't belong to him. We got Neil deGrasse Tyson on here talking about science, but he was wrong about sex. You know what I'm saying? You can't know everything, you know. Let him stick to astronomy, astrophysics. Let him stick to what he's good at. You know what I'm saying? You know, he allowed to be wrong every now and then. I still salute you, Mr. deGrasse Tyson. You handle your business, man. All right, Donald Trump threatens Bernie. Donald Trump dig in after weekend violence, threatens Bernie Sanders. So now he throwing threats, right? Oh my God, this hey. All right, an emotional paradox. Happiness could break your heart too, but I ain't gonna go into that because I need to end because I gotta go see what's going on with this emergency. All right, young African American grandmothers may have different needs. All right, go and check that out. You know. I'm looking for some comments now. Y'all need to start commenting and let me know. You know what I'm saying? This is Brother Hatim, and this has been another episode of Empire of Our Own. I'm going to try to get up in the morning and start doing the shows early morning before I go to work. You know what I'm saying? So I will be filling up the timeline between now and then. All right, with that, this is Brother Hatim, and I am out.